Welcome to Health Coach Impact. My name is Michelle Landry. I am your host. And today we are featuring Alexis Romano. She is a health coach that went to the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. And I am just going to turn it over to Alexis so she can start talking about her story and what actually got her into health coaching and how everything has progressed from there. So let's just go ahead and start this interview, Alexis.
Okay, great. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate
Absolutely.
you having me on today. So I'm excited. My health coach journey began in 2007 when I was researching for natural remedies for my mother's rheumatoid arthritis. She was on so much medication that I thought there had to be a better way to eliminate at least some of them. So I kept having this IIN thing pop over every time I started researching home remedies, and I thought, this is a sign. I should definitely do this. And so I went to the live program in 2007, and it was incredible. It was life-changing, more than what I actually anticipated. So that journey led me to wanting to actually write a curriculum for high school, a health program. So I was in education for 21 years. I was an English teacher, and then I became a high school counselor. So for me, watching teenagers, just not really, we're invincible when we're teenagers.
Yeah, I have two of them. I have two teenagers at home, so yeah, I get it. Yeah, I do.
I just wanted to expose them to something they might not have been exposed to. And so that was the beginning of my journey at IIN. And then I started towards the end of the program having clients and doing the 6-month program and working with a few people. So, in lieu of writing, some health coaching stuff.
Right. So how did you incorporate the 6-month program, and did it work well for you, or did you kind of transition to something else?
Yeah, so I started with the 6-month program, and then I kind of broke it down because 6 months for people to change their lifestyle in 6 months is really just, I don't feel like you can do that, right? It's a lifestyle is not 6 months. So I wanted to be able to, assist them as best as I could with whatever their goals were. And the majority of the people that I worked with, it was about weight loss. Mm-hmm. Even though, and I always said, like, if that was what their goal was, I was okay with it. If that was my foot in the door, sort of, to kind of help them with all of the rest of the stuff that might have been going on with them. So what I started to do was, teach them about meal prepping and the importance of water and their dark leafy greens and all of the things that we learned in IIN and that I actually have been incorporating into my life for many, many years. The problem with that was that a lot of people just didn't have the time to meal prep. And so they would, be okay for a couple of weeks, and then they would go back to their old habits, and then they would be okay. And then, it was like a roller coaster ride for the people that I was working with. I actually came across products that I was using for myself. And they were cleansing products, and I'd done some crazy cleanses in the past. I don't know about you, Michelle, but
yeah, I think all of us that have gone through a health coaching program, we grab on to the newest thing that we've heard about, and it's like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. So yeah. I totally get it. Totally get it.
So, and I've done every supplement and every, shake and cleanse or anything that you could think of. I did it over many, many years, even before IIN. So I believed in supplementation. I believed in cleansing. I just didn't find something that actually worked for me, because anytime I did fast or juice solely, I lost all of my muscle mass. So, that was pretty disappointing, because I wasn't doing it for weight loss. I was doing it for overall health. So I was introduced to a program that worked actually really well for me while I was still as a high school counselor. And I started using those products and programs with my clients, and they started getting some pretty amazing results, and they were able to stick with it. So it kind of changed my direction on what I was doing as far as 6-month program and working solely one-on-one with health clients.
I think what you're bringing up is a really valid point for health coaches, because we get into whichever health coaching school that we dive into and we think that this is the end all, and it isn't. There's such a wide variety out there, and once you find something that works for you and also works for your clients, I think that what you did is you just backed up everything that you already knew and were able to transition beautifully into another means of income, and also another way to support your clients. I think that's what we really, really want to do in the end, is to make sure our clients are supported to our best.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I started to see, I knew they were working for me and some of my family members, but they're my family and they'll trust me and, do pretty much anything. Yeah. But when I saw, that my clients were actually happy, and prior to, they were struggling. So I had to, figure out how I was going to best serve them. And I also, I wanted to retire from my education job, doing health coaching. That was my goal. And when I started to work with some clients, I realized, well, there's a lot more to this than, what I had anticipated. So, marketing and advertising, and put all this money in that I didn't have to put in. And it was, it was a little frustrating, and I was struggling with the whole, should I do this? Should I not do this? I really love nutrition and fitness, but, this isn't going to pay the bills. So that was my big struggle in the beginning when it came to my health coaching business.
Yeah, and you bring up a really good point of, once we get out of health coaching school and we're actually working with clients, then we see all of the business side that has to be incorporated in order for us to keep getting those clients.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, after a year, 6 months or a year, the people were, okay, see ya. Mm-hmm. I'm good. So now you got to go, and you're constantly, looking for new clients, which that's business. But if there's no retention at all, then, you're on a Ferris wheel, just spinning and spinning. And so then it becomes more of, do I do this or do I stay at my job? Do I try and pursue this? It was 21 years in education. At the time it was 16, 17, but, as an education, we don't really make a lot of money, but it was more than what I was, doing when I was doing health coaching. So, but my passion was really nutrition and fitness. So it was a struggle. So when I started to use these products with my clients, I took a look at the business opportunity when it came to the products. And I did my research, and I had already started making a little money. So for me, I thought, okay, well, I'm actually doing exactly what I love to do, which is coach people through any health program, whatever is going to work for them. And I'm able to talk about, your dark leafy greens and the importance of whole grains and, good fats and importance of water and all of that stuff while I'm putting them on these programs, and they're having success and they're staying on the products because they're working and they love them. I transitioned my health coaching one-on-one business to solely doing a network marketing company with nutritional cleansing products. So, and I was actually able to retire from my full-time job.
I see that, and I've looked at your website, and with your company, you have actually reached very, very high ranks, which is amazing, and kudos for you.
Thank you.
It gives all of us health coaches out there a wider spectrum, because when it comes to I work with a lot of different health coaches, helping them with business and such, and one of the things that I come against is they think network marketing and they're like, oh my gosh, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to do health coaching. Well, we need to think of health coaching as a business also, and whatever business structure is going to work for you and your clients, and what works for you, like you found exactly what worked for you. Why not want to share that also?
Absolutely. And, we're in business. We love, what we do as health coaches, but we also deserve to get paid.
Yes.
And I think that I've talked to so many health coaches, and I have a lot of health coaches on my team because we were all in the same boat. We all were struggling. We all had a passion for health and fitness and, nutrition. And then a lot of people just went back to their jobs because they weren't making it with their health coaching business. So this was an opportunity for me to be able to reach out to health coaches and say, hey, I have something for you, and it could work beautifully with your clients. So, I do work with a lot of health coaches, and I'm a teacher at heart. So I get to do both things that I love to do, which is teach, train, and health coach, so it works beautifully for me, and I'm truly grateful.
Yes, you just have like this wonderful cornucopia of skills and services that you're able to give, and you get to do what you love every single day. So I also wanted to talk to you about your other business that you have, because you have another business. And I love how you have been able to create this amazing foundation for your income, and you're able to start branching out in other things that are a passion for you. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So I own a aerial arts and pole fitness studio. And I said it's a good thing I found this in my later years, because if I found it in my 20s, I probably would have joined the circus. But I used to dance when I was young. So this was something that another passion of mine. It was just in a different way. So I was able to open this pole fitness and aerial art studio because of the income that I created from my network marketing business. And what I love about the studio is it's a community and a culture of women. Some men too, but empowering and watching women, feel confident and feel good about themselves, and no one's judging them on their body types or anything. So it's just wonderful to watch, a group of women have they're just not thinking about anything except for what they're doing in that studio. And it's a safe place. So I really I love it.
Mm-hmm. And it just shows how you can transition from one thing into another and really be able to live a life that you love.
Yeah.
And another area that I noticed is you have some philanthropic things that you're doing.
Yes.
And with where you've come from, it marries each other so well. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely. So the first thing that that we did as a team, we were able to raise enough money to build a school in Africa. It's called Pencils for Promise, and with that led me into I loved working with teenagers. I was in education with high school kids for my entire career. So it was the politics that I hated, but I loved working with the kids. So I have created a charity called Millionaire Mindset Mansion for Teens. And actually, we just had a Zoom the other night with my old vice principal, who actually got me involved with the products in my company. And it's funny, I'm just going to share quickly how that story happened. So I was transitioning from one district to another. So I was at Union High School, which I loved. It was like one of my favorite places to be. I loved the kids. I loved the school and the staff. But the money was just not good. And I had an opportunity to transfer to Jersey City. And it was a big jump in salary. And I didn't want to leave, but I knew I had to. And I was introduced to my network marketing company in September because the district that I was transitioning into didn't have a contract ready for me. So I had to give my 30 days to Union. And if Jersey City actually had everything in place the way that they were supposed to, well, it's the way it was supposed to happen. I wouldn't have found, the life that I wouldn't be living the life that I live right now. So, so my old VP, who is now the assistant superintendent, we just did a Zoom because I want to work with 10 kids from that high school and bring them to this estate and have them experience prosperity and abundance. And there's 5 elements to the charity. There's the physical, spiritual, career, social, and financial. So, and on a different level of what they would never get in school because of curriculum, the state just wouldn't allow it to happen. So we're going to roll out a red carpet. They're going to come in with, in limos, and, they're going to be able to experience this huge estate. And we are going to teach them those 5 elements. So I'm so excited about that. It's going to happen this July.
That is amazing. I mean, what you can do when you actually build on a really firm foundation, and it's just amazing how you can be able to give back, and it's possible. It is all possible. And what I wanted to highlight in these interviews is how you can, by, starting with just that small foundation of health coaching, who would have known that this is what your life would have been like, right?
So crazy.
So, yeah. And so talking to a new health coach or someone that is looking at the health coaching industry, kind of feeling it out, going, well, is this real? Is this not? What can I do with this and such? Is there some kind of tip or, insight that you can give to them at this point?
Yeah, I believe, because I do work with a lot of health coaches. So, when I've reached out to health coaches, and I still do, I always say, are you creating the life that you truly want to live, doing what you're doing? Is it going to get you to, like that vision of what you've always dreamed of? And if it's not, there are other opportunities out there to incorporate into your practice. And the thing is that, I often do speak to some health coaches that are like, no, I only do Whole Foods and I only do this. And I say, but your clients are buying it somewhere else.
Exactly.
they're buying it from someone, from someplace. They're buying it. Why wouldn't you be able to provide all of those services so that they're having the best experience from you? So I was never that person that, was like, no, I don't want to do that. And you have to be open. And I just think that that's so important, because the minute you're so closed and narrow to one thing, there's all of these opportunities that are all around you. And if you're just like this, you're missing so much. You're missing so much. And I'm so grateful that I wasn't closed. I was always I wanted to make money, and I didn't think that it was a dirty thing. Like I feel abundant, and I wanted to be prosperous, and I worked 2 and 3 jobs. So it wasn't like I didn't want to work. And I still work every day, and I love what I do. I'm able to do it on my terms. And so I just really, to any of the health coaches that are listening or that will listen, is to be open, to be open, and, not let your ego get in the way. It's such a way to just sabotage so much that could change your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes down to it, isn't that what we're trying to teach our clients too?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Open.
Because it's the whole wheel, right? It's not just, food, right? It's so much more than teaching people how to eat properly.
Exactly. It is a lifestyle, and changing that lifestyle requires some being uncomfortable and trying new things. And this was a new thing for you, and look at how beautifully it all came together. And now you're able to give back, and you're in a place of abundance and able to give abundantly. And when we start out in our health coaching journey, that's our first mindset. It's like we want to instill this sense of health and wellness and lifestyle. And with the way that we're taught at our school, I know we went to IIN. There are a lot of other wonderful health coaching schools out there. We're just familiar with IIN. But the same principles apply. It's like, okay, what do you want your life to look like? Mm-hmm. And you've created that in a beautiful way.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Alexis, where can people get a hold of you? And, what's the best way for people to connect with you?
The best way is to Facebook, really, social media. It's such a platform to connect and reconnect. And they can find me by just doing a search, Alexis Romano. And I have I think a blue dress on. Okay. if that, I could send you the link, and if you can, I don't know.
We can put it
somewhere.
Yeah, I can put it in the show notes on whatever platform this is on, because it's going to be on multiple platforms. So, we'll definitely put your contact information and everything for our audience, our viewing and listening audience, because this is going to be shown on YouTube and eventually on a podcast.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful for you doing this, because I think it's so important to showcase people and what they're doing, and and how they're doing it. So I'm grateful for us connecting on LinkedIn. So thank you.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun connecting with all the different health coaches and wellness professionals on LinkedIn. It's a really, really wonderful platform for that. So, and just to speak just a little bit to that, for health coaches that are looking to network with other professionals, LinkedIn is a really, really good space for that. I know a lot of health coaches are on Facebook and Instagram, and they don't really do much with LinkedIn, but that is a really good platform for people to really get that networking, professional networking done, and doing it right. So, and you've learned how to do it right. So
thank you, Michelle.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just really enjoyed our time, Alexis. And for anyone that wants to connect with you, you can, I'm very open to it. I don't have the stigma of Don't say what company you're with or whatever, because there's so many different amazing companies out there. And the companies that are actually helping people, they're going to see the results. And it is a matter of relationship, of who you're connecting with. So if someone connects with you, they're going to be connecting with your company too. So you're more than free to say which company you're with.
Thank you. So the company is Isogenics, and our foundation products are nutritional cleansing. So everything works synergistically. It's not just about a protein shake and, one product. So it's a whole program, which is what I loved about it. So thank you.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. So health coaches out there that are listening to this, and wellness professionals that are listening to this interview, always be open, and you never know what relationships you're going to be able to cultivate and what is going to come about that. So don't be closed-minded. I guess that's the biggest thing of this interview.
100%. Yes, absolutely.
Right, exactly. So, well, Alexis, like I said, this was an amazing interview, and I am so happy to have you as one of the very first interviews for Health Coach Impact. And if I hope that a lot of people will reach out to you because of this interview, and that people will just be more open-minded.
Thank you so much. And I'm so honored to be the first.
Yes. So, yep, you're one of the very first ones. So, so I want to close this out now and just thank you for being here with us. And like I said, for our listening audience, stay tuned for more amazing interviews with health coaches just like Alexis, and new health coaches that have been in the field for a while, and health coaches that are brand new. We're having a mixture of everything. We're having a great time. So hopefully everyone will stay in, and from whatever platform you are on, subscribe. So if you're hearing this from iTunes, please subscribe. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe. If you are on Facebook, please, like the page. The Facebook page is Health Coach Impact. That's our Facebook page that these are all going to be posted onto. And on YouTube, same thing, Health Coach Impact. We've got that name. So I think we're good. And I look forward to being able to network more with you, Alexis, and hear more about what you have coming down the pike. It'll be fun.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay. Good night, everyone.